Point 1. Power isn't a birthright, you gotta learn and earn it. In Robert Greene's world, power isn't a gift you're born with. It's a prize you win in the game of life. And like any game, you've got to learn the rules and master the strategies if you want to come out on top. Think of it this way. If you decide not to play, you're basically handing over your power to someone else. But if you roll up your sleeves and get in the game, you're in with a chance to win. So, what skills do you need to play this game? Well, Greene reckons there are a few key ones. First up, you got to keep your cool. That doesn't mean turning into a robot with no feelings. It just means learning to control your emotions so they work for you, not against you. Imagine you're in a high-pressure negotiation. If you can stay calm and collected, even when the other guy's trying to rile you up, you've got the upper hand. Next, you need to be able to see things objectively. That means stepping back from a situation, taking a good hard look at it, and making decisions based on logic and reason, not personal feelings or biases. This skill comes in handy when you've got to make tough calls that might not be popular, but are for the greater good. And then there's the art of deception. Now, this isn't about lying or being dishonest. It's about being smart with what you reveal and when. Keeping your cards close to your chest can give you the element of surprise and keep your opponents guessing. Greene's book is like a manual for power. He uses historical examples and age-old wisdom to explain each of his 48 laws, giving you a step-by-step guide to winning the game. Whether you choose to study all of these laws or just a few, the message is clear. Power isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you can learn and master. Point 2. Watch your mouth and moves. They can make or break you. Law 1. Don't eclipse your superior. The first rule is simple. Never outshine the person above you. It's not about being less competent, but about making them feel superior. If you're constantly outperforming your boss, they might feel threatened. Instead, subtly flatter them, let them take the lead, and make them feel they're the most knowledgeable. This way, you'll not only make them feel secure, but you'll also become indispensable. Law 2. Be wary of friends. Utilize your foes. The second law warns against placing too much trust in friends. They can become complacent and misuse your trust. Take the story of Michael III and Basil, for instance. Michael, a Byzantine emperor, trusted Basil and promoted him. But Basil betrayed him and seized his throne. Enemies, on the other hand, are more predictable and can be used to your advantage. They can even motivate you to work harder and improve. Law 3. Keep your cards close to your chest. The third law advises against revealing your true intentions. If people know what you're after, they can use it against you. Instead, create a smokescreen, a false impression of your intentions. This will keep them guessing and unable to predict your next move. Law 4. Speak less, say more. The fourth law emphasizes the power of words, or rather, the power of silence. The more you say, the more likely you'll slip up. By saying less, you maintain control and keep others guessing about your true intentions. Law 5. Reputation is everything. Protect it fiercely. The fifth law underscores the importance of reputation. It's one of your most valuable assets. Once you've built a good reputation, people will respect you and follow your lead. But one mistake can ruin it all, and rebuilding it can be tough. So, guard your reputation fiercely. Law 6. Stand out, don't blend in. The sixth law encourages you to court attention. If you blend into the crowd, you'll be overlooked. By creating a unique persona, you can command attention and gain power. Law 7. Delegate, but take the credit. The seventh law advises against doing all the work yourself. Delegate tasks to others. This not only frees up your time, but also makes you appear more efficient and powerful. However, always take credit for the work done to maintain your power. Think of politicians who hire speechwriters, but are the ones who deliver the speech and receive the applause. Point 3. Socialize smartly. Every interaction can boost your power. Law 8. Draw others to you. Bait them if you must. This principle suggests that you should position yourself so that others are compelled to approach you, rather than you pursuing them. This gives you the upper hand in any interaction. For instance, in a business negotiation, if you hold something the other party desires, they will have to come to you, giving you the power to dictate the terms. Law 9. Triumph through deeds, not debates. This principle underscores the importance of showcasing your abilities through actions rather than words. For example, if you're a leader, don't just talk about your plans or strategies, but deliver results. This will earn you respect and power. Law 10. Evade the perpetually gloomy and unfortunate. This principle advises you to avoid people who are constantly unhappy or unlucky, as their negativity can rub off on you. Surround yourself with positive, successful people who can help you grow and gain power. Law 11. Make others reliant on you. This principle suggests that you should make yourself indispensable to others. If people feel they need you for their success or happiness, you gain power over them. For instance, if you're a team leader, develop unique skills that make you crucial to the team's success. Law 12. Use honesty and generosity selectively to disarm your opponent. This principle advises using honesty and generosity strategically to lower people's defenses. For example, if you're honest about a minor flaw, people may be more likely to trust you and overlook bigger issues. Law 13. When seeking help, appeal to self-interest, not mercy or gratitude. This principle suggests that when you need help, you should show people how helping you can benefit them. This appeals to their self-interest and makes them more likely to assist you, giving you power in the interaction. Law 14. Appear as a friend, operate as a spy. This principle advises you to gather information about others while maintaining a friendly demeanor. This knowledge gives you power, as you can use it to your advantage in future interactions. Law 15. Obliterate your adversary completely. This principle suggests that you should completely eliminate any threats to your power. For example, if you're in a competitive situation, don't just aim to outperform your rivals. Aim to dominate them completely. Law 16. Use absence to amplify respect and honor. This principle advises you to make yourself scarce occasionally to increase your value. When you're not always available, people may respect you more and desire your presence or input, increasing your power. Law 17. Keep others in a state of fear. Foster an aura of unpredictability. This principle suggests that you should behave unpredictably to keep others off balance. If people can't predict your actions, they may feel uncertain and anxious, giving you power over them. For example, if you're a leader, occasionally changing your strategies or plans can keep your team alert and attentive to your commands. Point 4. Keep your cards close. Gather useful info on the down low. Let's delve into the power-packed wisdom of Laws 18 to 24, each one a gem in its own right, teaching us how to navigate the treacherous waters of power dynamics. Law 18. Keep them guessing. Be as unpredictable as a summer storm. This keeps your adversaries on their toes, unable to plot against you. Think Picasso, the master of unpredictability, who kept friends and foes alike in a constant state of bewilderment. Law 19. Know your crowd. Don't ruffle the wrong feathers. Understanding the people around you, their strengths, weaknesses, and what makes them tick is crucial. One wrong move could lead to disaster. Take Emperor Frederick II, for instance, who rubbed Pope Innocent IV the wrong way and ended up excommunicated and dethroned. Law 20. Don't tie yourself down. Commit to no one but yourself. This gives you the freedom and flexibility to move as you please. Sure, form alliances, but make sure they're temporary and mutually beneficial. Queen Elizabeth I nailed this, never tying herself down to any one advisor or court faction. Law 21. Play the fool to fool the fool. Sometimes, appearing less bright than you are can give you the upper hand. It makes others underestimate you, and that's when you strike. Chinese General Han Xin was a master at this, playing the fool to outsmart his enemies. Law 22. Turn your weakness into your strength. Sometimes surrendering or giving in can be a strategic move, allowing you to regroup and come back stronger. Vietnam's Ho Chi Minh did this brilliantly against the French and American forces. Law 23. Focus, focus, focus. Concentrate your resources and efforts on a single goal for maximum impact. Otto von Bismarck did just that, focusing all his energies on unifying Germany. Law 24. Be the perfect courtier. Master the art of diplomacy and tact. Every power structure has its rules and norms. Don't flaunt your wealth. Make your work seem effortless and keep your emotions in check. Louis XIV's finance minister, Jean-Baptiste Colbert, was a shining example of this. In a nutshell, these laws teach us the importance of strategic thinking, understanding others, maintaining independence, appearing less threatening, turning weakness into strength, focusing your efforts, and mastering diplomacy. By applying these laws, you can navigate power dynamics like a pro. Point 5. Image is everything. Control how people see you. The idea that your image in the eyes of others can be a tool for control is a potent one. It implies that you can twist how others see you to your benefit, giving you the power to sway situations and results. This is a key theme in Laws 25 to 32. First off, it's crucial to grasp that our identities aren't set in stone. We have the power to mold and remold our image, to craft a persona that sticks in people's minds and wields influence. This calls for some soul-searching and self-awareness, as well as a readiness to roll with the punches. Law 26 underlines the need to keep your reputation spotless. In the power game, slip-ups are bound to happen, but they shouldn't stain your image. The advice here is to pin the blame on a fall guy when needed, but tread carefully to avoid making a hero out of your scapegoat. For example, a CEO might pin a botched project on a junior, but if that person is popular and respected, it could backfire. Law 27 taps into our innate need for faith and belief. People are often searching for something or someone to put their faith in, and you can position yourself to be that beacon. This involves making promises, but keeping them vague enough to stay flexible. Passion is the secret sauce here, as it can be contagious and rally people to your cause. Law 28 is all about confidence. Hesitation and doubt can chip away at your image, while boldness and certainty can boost it. People are attracted to those who seem sure of themselves and their actions. This doesn't mean you should be reckless, but rather that you should radiate confidence even when you're not feeling it. Law 29 recommends meticulous planning. This means thinking beyond just a few steps ahead. You should anticipate all possible hurdles and situations and have a strategy for handling them. This will help you dodge unexpected curveballs and keep a firm grip on the situation. Law 30 suggests that you should make your success look easy. Showing the sweat and tricks behind your wins can make you seem less impressive. Instead, you should portray yourself as naturally successful, as if everything you touch turns to gold. This can inspire awe and admiration and deter others from trying to trip you up. Law 31 is about controlling choices. If you need to give someone a choice, ensure all the options benefit you. This way, they feel like they're calling the shots, but you're actually the puppet master. For instance, a politician might offer voters 2 policy options, both of which further their own agenda. Lastly, Law 32 advises playing to people's fantasies. Life's harsh realities can be crushing, and people often seek solace in their dreams and delusions. By tapping into these fantasies, you can soothe and manipulate them, but do this subtly to avoid seeming dishonest. In a nutshell, these laws offer a guide for crafting your image and using it to gain power and control. They demand a deep understanding of human nature and a readiness to adapt and manipulate. But if used wisely, they can help you navigate the tricky waters of power dynamics. Point 6. Be tough, win hearts, and people will follow you. Law 33. Unearth every man's Achilles heel. Everyone has a chink in their armor, a vulnerability that can be exploited. This could be an insecurity, an uncontrollable emotion, or a secret pleasure. Once you've discovered this weakness, you can use it to your advantage. For instance, a person's body language can often betray their emotional state. If they're constantly fidgeting or avoiding eye contact, they may be nervous or insecure. These insecurities often have roots in childhood experiences. Moreover, strong emotions often hide the opposite sentiment. For example, a person who seems overly confident may actually be masking feelings of insecurity. By pinpointing these weaknesses, you can gain the upper hand in negotiations or conflicts. Law 34. Embrace your inner monarch. Act regal to be treated regally. This law is about the power of self-perception and how it shapes how others see us. If you believe and behave as if you are powerful and deserving of respect, others will treat you accordingly. This is known as the strategy of the crown. For example, if you stride into a room with confidence and authority, people are more likely to respect and listen to you. Law 35. Perfect the art of timing. Timing is everything when it comes to power. Never appear to be in a rush. Rushing betrays a lack of control over yourself and over time. Always seem patient, as if you know that everything will come to you eventually. For example, if you're negotiating a business deal, don't be hasty to accept the first offer. Wait for the opportune moment to make your move. Law 36. Scorn what you cannot possess. Ignoring them is the ultimate revenge. This law advises that if there is something you cannot have, show disdain for it. The less interest you show, the more superior you appear. For instance, if you're vying for a promotion at work and someone else gets it, don't wallow in your disappointment. Instead, concentrate on your own goals and achievements. Law 37. Craft captivating spectacles. This law underscores the power of visuals and spectacle over words. Striking imagery and grand symbolic gestures create a potent emotional response and can be more persuasive than logical arguments. For example, a political leader might stage a large rally with flags and music to inspire supporters, rather than relying solely on speeches. Law 38. Think freely but act like the masses. This law suggests that while it's important to maintain your own unique thoughts and ideas, it's often safer to blend in with the crowd in your actions. Being too different or unconventional can make others uncomfortable or even hostile. For example, you might have radical political beliefs, but expressing them openly could alienate you from your colleagues or friends. Law 39. Agitate the waters to snare the fish. This law is about the strategic use of chaos. Anger and emotion are counterproductive to power. Stay calm and objective, and use your enemy's emotions against them. For instance, if someone is trying to provoke you into an argument, remaining calm and rational can frustrate them and give you the upper hand. Law 40. Shun the free lunch. This law warns against the perils of accepting something for nothing. What is offered for free is dangerous. It usually involves either a trick or a hidden obligation. For example, a business offering a free service may later charge exorbitant fees, or a person offering a favor may expect something in return later. It's better to pay the full price now rather than incur a debt to be paid later. Point 7. Crush your enemies. Aim for the top, and you'll be unstoppable. Law 42. Take down the leader, scatter the followers. This law is all about getting to the heart of the matter. If you're dealing with a troublesome group, don't waste your time on the followers. Go straight for the leader. Once the head is taken out, the body will fall apart. It's like chess. You're not trying to take out all the pawns. You're aiming for the king. Law 43. Win hearts, win minds. This law is about the power of emotional intelligence. People want to be seen, heard, and understood. If you can tap into that, you can win them over. It's not about manipulation, but understanding. It's like a politician who wins votes by addressing the concerns of the people and making them feel heard. Law 44. Mirror your enemy, disarm them. This law advises you to reflect your enemy's actions and beliefs. By doing so, you can gain their trust and hide your true intentions. It's like a spy who infiltrates an enemy organization by adopting their customs and beliefs to blend in and gather information. Law 45. Advocate for change, but don't overdo it. This law suggests that while people may recognize the need for change, they are often resistant to drastic reforms. Therefore, when implementing changes, it's wise to do so gradually and respectfully, acknowledging the value of the old ways. It's like a new CEO who takes over a company and makes incremental changes rather than overhauling the entire system at once. Law 46. Don't strive for perfection. This law warns against the dangers of appearing flawless. Perfection can breed envy and suspicion, which can undermine your power. By showing some vulnerability and admitting to occasional mistakes, you can appear more human and approachable. It's like a leader who shares personal stories of failure and lessons learned, which can inspire trust and loyalty among followers. Law 47. Know when to stop. This law advises you to know when to stop once you've achieved your goal. The thrill of victory can lead to overconfidence and reckless behavior. By staying grounded and reflective, you can maintain your power and avoid potential pitfalls. It's like a gambler who knows when to walk away from the table after a big win, rather than risking it all on another bet. Law 48. Be like water. This law suggests that the best way to protect yourself is to remain adaptable and unpredictable. By not committing to a fixed plan or identity, you can respond more effectively to changing circumstances and keep your enemies guessing. It's like a chameleon that changes its color to blend in with its environment, making it harder for predators to detect. Point 8. Conclusion. Power is a game of strategy and cunning, and understanding its laws is the key to mastering it. The 48 Laws of Power provide a comprehensive guide to navigating the complex and often treacherous world of power dynamics. The laws emphasize the importance of being observant, patient, and strategic. They teach us to conceal our intentions, to always say less than necessary, and to keep others in suspended terror by cultivating an air of unpredictability. The laws also highlight the importance of reputation, reminding us to guard it with our lives and to use it as a weapon when necessary. They advise us to use absence to increase respect and honor, and to keep others dependent on us for their happiness and success. The laws also caution us against certain pitfalls, such as outshining the master, committing to anyone, and appearing too perfect. They warn us that envy and resentment can lead to our downfall, and that we should never assume that anyone is completely on our side. In the end, the 48 Laws of Power teach us that power is not about brute force or aggression, but about subtlety, manipulation, and deception. They remind us that in the game of power, it's not about who is right, but who is left,